Shadows of Forgotten Dawn. The Enigma of Mu. Do you ever lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering if the blood pulsing through your veins carries secrets from another world? Not just any world, but one where humanity's cradle wasn't forged in the dust of Africa or the cradle of rivers, but in a paradise of gods and giants, swallowed whole by the jealous sea? Yes, you heard that right. Science whispers of junk DNA in our genes, strange sequences that scream alien, other, not quite us. And at the heart of this genetic riddle lies a shadow older than time itself. Mu, the mother continent, the cradle of creation, or the cradle of something more? Of all the fever dream quests to unearth humanity's true origins, Atlantis' gilded ruins, Egypt's cursed pharaohs, the star maps of the Maya, this tale eclipses them all. It's not myth, it's not madness, it's the wildest truth buried in the silt of forgotten epics. Picture it. A shimmering empire of 64 million souls, teeming with black-skinned sages who tamed the stars, sculpted mountains into monuments, and whispered laws of the gods. A place where men walked with them, beings from the void, their eyes like fractured comets. And then, gone, vanished in a cataclysm of fire and flood, leaving only echoes in our bones, our blood, our dreams. What is this Mu? A lost Eden in the Pacific's hungry maw? A blueprint for our hybrid souls? Or a lie so seductive it rewrites reality? Strap in, Seeker Shadows. In this episode of Secret Origins, we plunge into the abyss together. The truth awaits, if you dare to listen. Whispers from the Yucatan, the spark of forbidden knowledge. It was the 19th century, a gilded age of steam and skepticism, when empires carved the world like a roast and historians sneered at anything beyond their dusty tomes. But then came the whispers, not from the salons of Paris or the halls of Oxford, but from the sweltering jungles of the Yucatan. A man emerged from the mist. Augustus Lou Plongeon, the rogue archaeologist with eyes like a hawk and a mind sharper than obsidian. Lou Plongeon wasn't your typical bone digger. This French-American firebrand spent decades knee-deep in Mayan mud, deciphering glyphs that dance like serpents on temple walls. He shattered the Academy's smug timeline, roaring that the Yucatan's feathered pyramids predated Egypt's sun-baked tombs by millennia. But even his boldest salvos paled against the bombshell he dropped in 1870s dispatches. Mu. From the crumbling codices of Chichen Itza, Lou Plongeon claimed to have unearthed a name that chilled the soul. Mu. A primordial paradise, a motherland, where the first flames of civilization flickered to life. Not born of mud and sweat, but refugees from a cataclysm, a vast continent devoured by the ocean's wrath. The Maya? Mere survivors, clutching scrolls and star charts as they wash ashore in canoes of woven reed. Egypt's Nile? Seated by Mu's exiles, their pharaohs mere echoes of Naacal kings. Mesopotamia's ziggurats? Stolen blueprints from a sunken forge. The world recoiled. Madness, cried the gatekeepers. Where was this Mu? In the Pacific's endless blue, Lou Plongeon hinted, stretching like a dragon from Hawaii's volcanic throat to Easter Island's stony gaze. But proof? Shadows. Whispers in the wind. Lou Plongeon's radical gospel was branded heresy, his notes buried like contraband. The whispers of Mu faded, until a ghost from the Raj reignited the flame. The soldier, the priest, and the sunburnt secrets. Enter James Churchward, the unlikeliest oracle, a British colonel with mustache like a broom and a soul scarred by empire's underbelly. In 1870s India, amid the opium haze of Delhi's bazaars, fate coiled like a cobra. Churchward, idling through a soldier's ennui, struck an unlikely bond with a temple priest, a high-caste enigma named man who guarded secrets older than the Ganges. One monsoon-lashed evening, as thunder god brought overhead, the priest's eyes gleamed with forbidden fire. "Come," he murmured, leading Churchward into the temple's bowels, where air hung thick as incense and regret. From a hidden alcove, he unveiled them, the Naacal tablets. Not mere stones, but clay hearts baked in the sun of antiquity, sunburnt slabs the size of a man's chest, inscribed in Nagamaya, a tongue dead as a dinosaur's, known to only 3 souls in all the Raj. Churchward's pulse thundered. These weren't trinkets. They were testimonies, chronicles from the place where man first appeared. Mu. The priest, sensing a kindred spirit, struck a pact forged in moonlight. "Teach me this ghost language," Churchward vowed, "and I'll cradle these relics like my own kin." For 5 grueling years, under flickering oil lamps, the colonel wrestled the script's serpentine coils. Glyphs bloomed into visions. Earth's fiery birth, continents rising like leviathans from cosmic soup. And at the epicenter, Mu, a paradise 50,000 years old, cradle to a race of titans. The Naacal. Churchward revealed in his 1926 manifesto the lost continent of Mu, were no brutish cave dwellers. These were superior souls, ebony-skinned visionaries, 64 million strong, bound by a single theocratic empire. 10 tribes, 1 throne, 7 cities of crystal spires and emerald canals, colonies clawing at distant shores like Australia's red dust and India's monsoon-veiled hills. Mu sprawled colossal, mightier than Asia's sprawl. From the Marianas' jagged teeth to Easter's enigmatic vigil, Hawaii's fire to Mangaia's coral hush. Rivers like silver veins snaked through plains of velvet green. Hills cradled observatories that mapped constellations yet unborn. A single faith bound them, the worship of Creator, etched in symbols that hummed with power. But paradise harbors predators. The tablets foretold doom, a symphony of quakes and eruptions, the earth's crust cracking like an eggshell under infernal rage. In one endless night, 12,000 years passed, Mu imploded. The broken land fell into that great abyss of fire. Churchward intoned, the continent's heart yanked into magma's maw, drowned under 50 million square miles of vengeful tide. 64 million ghosts, adrift on rafts of splintered dream. The survivors? Seeds of empire, Mayan stargazers, Egyptian pyramid masons, Inca sun worshippers, all daughters of the drowned. Skeptics sneered. Fabricated fable, where are these tablets now? Churchward's lips sealed like a tomb. Hidden? Destroyed? Or shadows in a fevered mind? The world teetered on the brink of dismissal, until the earth itself conspired to whisper back. Echoes from the depths, tablets, titans, and tidal ghosts. The tide turned in 1921, when William Niven, the grizzled mineralogist with nose for buried thunder, unearthed a cache in Mexico's San Miguel of Mantla. Over 100 tablets, crude clay siblings to Churchward's Naacal ghosts, scripted in a dialect that clawed at the colonel's memory. Nagamaya, he breathed, decoding visions of Mu's glory, astral voyages, levitating stones, hymns to hybrid gods. Were these descendants' diaries, smuggled from the flood? The priest's pact echoed, proof multiplying like shadows at dusk. But the true shiver? The Pacific's floor, charted and secrets bleed through. Vast plateaus like drowned cities, Yanaguni's terraced ziggurats off Japan, man-hewn cliffs submerged 10,000 years, stairs spiraling into the void. Nature's whim? Or Mu's marble halls, toppled by tectonic tantrums? Churchward nodded from beyond the veil, traces bold enough to shatter your cradle myths. And oh, the Moai, Easter Island silent sentinels, 887 behemoths carved from volcanic flesh between 1250 and 1500 AD. Towering torsos, heads bloated like harvest moons. Paro, the fallen king, 10 meters of fury, 82 tons of unspoken scorn. No legs, yet they march across Ahu platforms, backs to sea as if fleeing a spectral tide. The Rapa Nui whisper, ancestors from the dawn water, teachers of stone song. Mu's longitude aligns perfectly. How else did Stone Age folk sculpt such precision without guidance? Tough from Reino Raraku's womb, quarried with tools of twig and chant. Their transport? A riddle wrapped in myth. Natives swore the Moai walked, roped in chants, swaying like drunken giants. Haka, song summoning mana, that electric ether of the ancients. Modern sleuths like hunt and lipoposit ropes and rockabye rhythms. Others, log rollers devouring forests till the isle bled barren. But Churchward heart raced the forbidden, spiritual fire. The Naacal wielded vril, a cosmic force bending matter like clay. Statues animated, not magic, memory. Echoes of Mu's god kings, puppeteering stone with will alone. Deeper still, the pyramid plague. Giza's apex, aligned Orion's belt with Pi's whisper in its stones. Built 4,500 years ago, yet whispering blueprints from 50,000 BC. Teotihuacan's solar spines in Mexico, mirroring the Nile geometry. China's Shanxi sentinels, older than Cheops, their bases humming with quartz vein ley lines. Isolated or inherited, Mu's diaspora, seeding secrets in granite. Energy vortexes, not tombs, stargates humming with lost tech, piezoelectric pulses tapping Earth's hidden grid. Churchward's tablets glowed with a howl. Naacal alchemists, alloying sound and stone to defy gravity. But who were these architects? Flesh and fire, or star stuff in human guise? The hybrid abyss, God's genes and the galactic gamble. Backtrack to Mu's marrow. Lu Plongeon and Churchward painted a pantheon. Naacal not as ape-to-man climbers, but leapers, vaulting from savagery to symphonies in Aeon's flat. Complex cuneiforms predating Sumer. Astronomy charting black holes unborn. Megaliths mocking our cranes. How? Enter the ancient astronaut veil, that tantalizing tear in reality's fabric. It's no fringe fever. Sumer's Anunnaki, Skylords mining gold, needing Adam from clay in Enki's forbidden lab. Maya's Popol Vuh, feathered serpents plummeting from Pleiades, birthing maze men from cosmic dough. Hindu Vedas, Vimanas, Mercury vortex chariots slicing ether, piloted by Devis with thunderbolts for breath. Dogo figurines in Japan, spaceman suits etched in clay. Nazca's desert runes, runways for God's galleons. Mu, ground zero. The tablets thrumb with divine regents, tall, luminous, eyes like shattered galaxies. Not gods per se, but kin. Extraterrestrials docking in the Pacific's cradle, terraforming Eden with gene splices and starseed. Hybrid heirs, Naacal bloodlines laced with otherness, birthing pharaohs, emperors, you. Mating? Not romance, but intervention. A galactic gamble to uplift clay into cosmos. Ancient texts blush with it. Greek titans wedding earth maidens, biblical Nephilim giants thundering from fallen stars. Abomination or evolution's edge? But paradise poison breeds apocalypse. Did the hybrid's hubris, tinkering with forbidden fire, awaken a dragon below? Volcanic veins severed, continents sacrificed to purge the sin? Or was it them, the starfolk, pulling plugs on a failed experiment, moves for a cosmic reset? The tablets hint at betrayal. Naacal priests chanting feudal wards as fissures yawned, swallowing spires and lava's lovers' embrace. The reckoning, sunken dreams or shattered illusions. Yet the abyss stares back, unblinking. Geologists growl. Continents don't dissolve like sugar in tea. Plate tectonics churn slow as grudges. No scar mars the Pacific's bathymetric skin. No moose-eyes husk. Just atolls and trenches birthed by routine rifts. Churchward's tablets? Phantoms, never paraded for peers. No carbon kiss to date their dodge. Linguists dismantle the cradle claim. Mayan motifs and Nile hieros? Convergent cleverness, not diaspora downloads. Genes? No Pacific pulse in our haplotypes. We're African embers, fanned by time's indifferent wind. Cultures do croon of deluges. Flood myths from Moai to Mesopotamia. Sea-swallowed homes haunting every shore. Coincidence? Or collective amnesia? Mu's dirge diluted through oral fog? Scholars salvage scraps. Sunderland's drowned lowlands. 12,000 BC's ice melt massacre. A mini-Mu in Indonesia's shallows. Rice kings fleeing seed Asia's cradle. Lu Plongeon's glyphs? Symbolic size for Mu as mythic mound, not map. Doggerland's British Atlantis. Storebelt's Danish ghost. Real cataclysms cloaked in legend's cape. So, was Mu the mother goddess, birthing hybrids from star womb? Or mosaic of mishaps, Churchward charlatan canvas? Science shrugs, seals the vault. But in the quiet hours when the sea sighs your name, feel it, that itch in your veins, that dream of drowned cities calling home. What stirs in your blood, wanderer, Mu's legacy, or madness? Spill your shadows in the comments below. If this plunge hooked your soul, smash that like, subscribe for the next descent into the unseen. Keep questioning the stars. They might just answer. Next time, The Anunnakis go heist. Did they mine us? Thank you, brave seeker, for diving into the shadowed depths with us today. Your curiosity lights the way through the fog of forgotten worlds, reminding us that the greatest mysteries aren't buried in the earth. They pulse in our shared stories, our restless dreams. If Moo's whisper stirred something ancient in you, carry that spark forward. Share it. Question it. Let it unravel the ordinary until we unravel the next enigma together. Safe journeys through the veil. Namaste from the void.